There weren't many fireworks in Arsenal's match last night in Bergamo, away to Atalanta in the Champions League, but it was a bit of a bore fest, a 0-0 draw there. Having said that, David Raya stepped up to the plate with a phenomenal double penalty save. It really was one moment in time. That is what the boy is there to do, but by God, did he do it and do it well. Mikel Arteta, post-match, raved about him.
Defensively, we didn't suffer. That's the reality, but obviously after the second half we get a penalty away, and I witnessed two of the best saves that probably I've seen in my career with David, to save us from that moment. And after that the game continued in the same way that after the first 25 minutes, very inconsistent with the ball. We had moments, but we never got it into dominance or threat, and then we had a big chance for Guy Martinelli to win the game that unfortunately didn't go in, so a lot to improve.
It was an interesting moment, Alex, wasn't it? Looking back on it, the penalty kick was awarded, then there was a long VAR check, and the decision stood. But during that wait, Raya was cute. He went over to talk to Arsenal's goalkeeping coach, the Spaniard Inaki Cana, who he also worked with at Brentford, and they decided to talk it through together, and the decision was made about how we would keep out Atalanta in terms of putting the ball past them.
Yeah, I don't think he could have prepared for the follow-up save, which was absolutely extraordinary, really, the reflexes he showed to get back up so quickly and get such a strong hand on the header. But, yeah, it was cute, as you say. I don't think the delay helped the Atalanta player much, because obviously he's got longer then to get nervous and maybe doubts to creep into his mind. But you can't argue. I was quite critical of the decision to get rid of Aaron Ramsdale or make him number 2 and put David Raya in there. But he's been tremendous for Arsenal. He won the Golden Glove last season. His save ratio this campaign has been absolutely terrific. And they've become a team, Arsenal, built on this defensive solidity. It didn't surprise me that maybe their approach was deemed quite negative last night. I think a 0-0 draw away from home in Europe, particularly when you've just come off the back of a North London derby, you've got a massive game at City at the weekend. That is a very positive start to their Champions League campaign. I was crunching some numbers as well. Arsenal's back line, in terms of what Mikel Arteta has spent on defenders, is around about £250 million. Now, if you compare that to what Arteta has spent on the forward players, 45 million for Gabriel Jesus, only 6 million for Martinelli, who's been a bargain signing, 27 million pound for Trossard, and 65 million on Kai Havertz, it means his back line has cost around about 107 million pounds more than those forward players. So I think that tells you where Arteta's priorities are. Is it boring?
Is it
boring? A little bit potentially. And
It's effective.
It is effective. It was certainly effective at Spurs at the weekend, obviously without Ødegaard. It was effective again last night. I do wonder, though, because I do think they looked a little bit toothless in attack last night. Gabriel Jesus, wearing the captain's armband, playing as the number 9, didn't look completely fit to me. Saka as well, I thought, looked tired before he came off. So does it only take Arsenal so far? Because I think they're more than capable of going to the Etihad at the weekend and shutting out Manchester City, as they did last season. But can they score at the other end? I'm not convinced by that.
The messages are coming in. Be at liberty to send in a message anytime you feel appropriate. 81089. Ryan hasn't missed the opportunity. Morning to you, Ryan, a regular contributor to this show. Jim, getting a point and a clean sheet at a place where Liverpool got battered 3-0 last season is nothing to be sniffed at.
TalkSPORT Breakfast, waking you up Monday to Friday morning from 6 a.m. on AM, on DAB, via the TalkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. TalkSPORT.